Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 15 of my Starbound Beta Let's Play series. And I am quite glad that there hasn't been a save or a world-changing update since the last episode, because I have just gotten all of the Impervium stuff, the Timmy the Impervium hammer, as well as the Universalist's tech outfit. So I pretty much have the in-game stuff, which is awesome. But now I need to go figure out where my home planet is going to be, because I have nothing attached to this, but I definitely don't want it to be in the Gamma sector. I want it to be something sort of largish and somewhere in the Alpha sector. I'm not too keen on a desert, though. Let's see if I can find... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well, that looks like it might be feasible. I've got a couple of moons, so I probably am going to need to have the, oh, what's that gear called? Was it in here? Wasn't the wonder... Well, where was that stuff? In here? Ah, the space helmet. So that I can have an atmosphere. Anyway. Oh no, oh. Okay, well then. Let's find another random one. That was unfortunate. I want to try to find one on camera so you guys can... Ooh, this is a big system. So you guys can see the coordinates that I go to. That's snow. No. 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 Don't want a big snow planet. I want a big jungle or a forest. That's a very busy star system. Let's see here. What's in anything behind the sun? No. Nope. 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 No. Come on. One of you guys. No. Wait. Was that forest? It's not a big enough planet. I'm going to look for our planet. And then I'm going to go there. And then when I arrive, I will show you the coordinates. How's that? Alright, so I found a system that has a planet. And the planet has one moon. Both are forests. And neither of them are what I'm really looking for. The main planet has, in the area where you spawn, a giant area of lava. So that's not going to work. And this planet that I'm on, the moon, right at the spawn point and all around the entire planet is a random assortment of these poison pools, which is also not going to work. But this planet does have a whole bunch of these Florin tree city things that are really pretty cool. So I will exhibit what the coordinates are for this planet in this system when I'm done exploring. But unfortunately, this is not going to work all too well as a home planet. There is a lot of neat stuff going on. Ooh, another book. It's just I don't think I want to call this planet home. But when I am done exploring, I will show you what the coordinates are. And then I guess I'll have to go look for another planet. But either way, I'll be right back. And just so you guys see what I'm talking about, this is the sort of poison pool that I was mentioning. And these things are spotted all the way around the planet and even underground. So it's really not worth me doing anything on this planet. I just want you to see this. And also, I wanted you to see the coordinates for this planet and the other one. The main planet, that was just the moon. This is the moon that I was at just with the poison, and that's the one with the magma in several locations on the surface, actually. The main planet is actually a pretty beautiful planet, except for the area where you spawn is this magma rock, and there's lava everywhere, and it's just too annoying and tedious to deal with. If it weren't for that one thing, I'd call this home. It is a pretty planet. But the coordinates for it are right down here if you want to go take a look at it yourself. But I need to go find another home. Let's see what this one's like. I'll go over here. Same system. And look at the other planet, see what's over there. And I guess I'll be right back. Alright, immediately I can see that this planet has the dust particle meteor showers, and I'm fine with that. That means that there aren't going to be any of those gigantic meteors, which I haven't seen a huge one in a while, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. Ooh, a birdie. Ha ha! Another one. I know they're not attacking me, but whatever. So far, so good on this planet. I like these trees. Ooh, orange roses. I guess that's orange. That looks neat. Neat enough that just in case this isn't going to be home, I'm taking it. Come here. Where's the seeds? There we go. Strange seeds. Alright. I'm going to explore the planet. I have the marker set for where you spawn in. And if this... there's a little poison there. If it looks like it's going to work, then cool. If not, then I'll let you know. Alright, so I've been all the way around the planet. I only encountered maybe a half dozen, definitely fewer than a dozen, of those pools of poison. The meteor stuff is that dust particle meteor shower, and when it rains, it's just rain, not acid rain. Also, it does not freeze at night. So I'm calling this one home, which means I need to go back up to the ship and come over here and set this as home. Alright, now I have a home. There are the coordinates, and this is what the planet is called. It's Alpha Aludra Majoris 2A, because it's the moon. That's what the A means. And these are the coordinates for it. So, and also remember, it is an Alpha Sector planet. If you enter those coordinates into any other sector, you won't arrive here. But that is where I have set up home. So now I need to start clearing out an area for the home base. So I'm going to get to work on that, and hopefully I'll be able to keep all this work in the next major update. I'm not holding my breath, but if I can, that would be awesome. But I'm going to get to work, and I'll be right back. Alright, I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an update on what I've got going on here. First off, I decided... that's hilarious. I decided to just put a couple of these automatic turrets that you can craft using just pixels on the top of the structure that I'm temporarily using as a house. They are more entertainment than anything else. They shoo away a couple birds as they fly by, some stuff like that. Nothing big. But one of the things that I wanted to do was make a sort of mine shaft that goes all the way down to the lava and the bottom part of the world. It is by no means complete yet, but I just wanted you to see what my starter project is. What I'm going to do with this is at each of the landings I'm going to sort of have... What are you beeping at? Anyway, I'm going to have I guess a themed floor for each of the landings. So one might be the penal colony floor with all the different loot that I get from one of those. One might be the avian tree city floor. Another one might be the sewer. Who knows? But basically, it's just going to be not so much a showcase, just a place to keep all the stuff that I think is neat and worth keeping outside of a box. Also, one of the things that I went ahead and threw together was one of these nice little farms here. There are a few plants that still need to finish growing. The grapes seem to grow pretty quick, but I don't think anything else is really mature yet. But what I'm going to do on top of the... let me close this. With me inside, thank you. On top of the... I'll probably do it on the east side over here. I'm going to have a vertical farm, if it is possible to do so. I'm going to do some experimenting, see if I can get the crops to grow underground. If I can't do that, then I guess I'm just going to have a very large stretch of land off to the east over here of just the different varieties of foods that I can grow from seeds. And then off to the west, I'm going to start planting a whole bunch of the different trees that I like. But I just figured I'd give you an update what I'm working on right now, which is primarily the little mine shaft thing. And then when this is done, I will let you see just how big of a mine shaft it is, so you can get an idea based on the planet size. But I'm going to get back to work, and when I... What are you shooting at? Oh, hello, pixels. And when I get down to the bottom, or if something interesting happens, I will be sure to let you know. Alright, I'm back, and I have been doing some serious digging. Like, a lot. Just to give you an idea, I have spilled over into my main inventory with all the materials from digging. All these things in here that have thousands on them, they were all acquired down below, including this flesh block stuff. I went through a lot of different sections, but what amounted from it was a finished product. I have completed the flight of stairs, and The width of this that I've dug is 11. So that means that each flight of stairs includes 10 steps. So you can count each floor as being 10 tall, basically. And as I'm going down, I just want you to get a feel for how involved this is. Now, I'm not sure. Ooh, that was too far. I'm not sure if the small planets are this deep, but this is a pretty significant mine shaft, and it goes for 150 of these different flights. So the height of this shaft is over 1,500 feet or meters or whatever it is that's used for measuring this. This is a big project. I had no idea. I suspected that it was about 1,000 or so, but 1,500 kind of threw me off guard when I finished counting it. Oh, and I did do one little experiment here. Let me hop back up real quick. You can see the back wall here. If you look through, you can see the clouds or cavern or whatever that is. But ultimately what it amounts to is the fact that you can dig the back wall out no matter how far underground you are, which is good because I should be able to turn this into my own wall for the background, so I don't have to worry about it all being this obsidian and world generated stuff. The reason why I would want to do that is I suspect, I don't know for sure, but I suspect that as long as you've placed the wall yourself, the bad guys won't spawn inside. But I just wanted you to see I am down here at the lava level, and this is 150 levels down, so 1,500 blocks. This was a pretty intense project, but I'm glad to have it done. The next thing I'm going to do is fiddle around closer to the surface with working on doing some farming underground to see if I can actually get the stuff to grow without having the direct sight of the sky. I don't know one way or the other if that is possible, but that's what I'm going to find out. So I'm going to go get that set up, and I will let you know the results when I come back. Well, I am glad to say that it looks like crops will grow underground. They don't need to see the sun, apparently. I actually dirted it off up here, so it doesn't need to see the sky at all. So I'm going to turn this into a bit of a vertical farm, which means I'm going to have to go back to the ship, get all the different seeds and everything. Bad birdie, go away. You too. So I'm going to go ahead and migrate things below ground. I need to look to see if there's a way to do some sort of signs. If not, then I'll just have to rely on putting the output from each of these floors in chests over here. But ultimately, this is going to become a great big farm of all the different types of food plants that I can find growing on the different planets. So I'm going to get to setting this up down here and start planting and everything, and then I'll be right back. Alright, well, that wasn't too terribly bad. I have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 different types of plants. And I'm going to wait for them to all mature so I can populate the chests with their various fruits. And these right here, whatever they are, look pretty neat, but I don't want to break them until they're fully grown. But I should be able, I hope, to get a positive return off of all of these so I can fill up all the different layers. Now, I have no idea how many different species of crop plants that there are in this game, and I really don't want to look it up. I would rather just be surprised and find it out on my own. However, I did find one thing that I'm not happy about. I apparently am incapable of crafting a chest. Just a regular chest. Like this one here. Old chest. There's no recipe for just a chest. Thankfully, I had enough of the toxic top in order to craft the toxic chest, which I got a blueprint for when I was on the previous planet, but either I'm missing something or there's no easy way to make chests. I'm going to have to start harvesting them whenever I find them. Which I, for the most part, do, except for the big ones, but I'm going to have to go out of my way to look for some chests. But I'm going to go ahead and let these mature, and I will find out what all of these are when it is done with this process, and in the meantime, I'll be right back. Okay, so I came up to the ship because this is where all my crafting stuff is for now. Eventually I'll get it all migrated down, I'm sure, but the reason why I came up is I figured if I'm growing all this food, I might as well get myself a cooking table. So I've got that done, but the other thing that I remembered when I was up here is, I think it's in this one. Yes, the wiring station. So I'm going to go ahead and make that real quick. I'm going to need, that's the steel. I have a titanium panel somewhere. There it is. And I'm going to need, let's see here, 7 more titanium panel items. Let's see here. Wrong thing. Yes, 7. So let's get these, because 6 would leave me 1 shy. And let's make the wiring station, see what this does. There we go, and I don't have any room up here to work with it, so back down to the surface I go. First off, might as well place that down, and then the wiring station. So let's see what this thing does. I can make the defense turrets, okay. Wiring tool. Place optical wire between input points, okay. Buttons and switches. What's this? Gurgle, gurgle. That doesn't tell me anything. Big red button! Haha, urge to push rising. Alarm. Huh. Well, bummer. I thought this was going to give me a little bit more to work with. Ooh, does this can only be placed once? Interesting. Huh. Well, I guess that's a bit of a bummer. I was hoping that there would be more stuff to do. Oh well. What the next plan is, first off, I've gotten all these in place. I did accidentally have two different places where I had, what were they called? Diodes? I think this is it here. Yeah, I had these on two different locations, so I went ahead and dropped it down. So that means I have one more road that I can fill in with stuff when I find it. But what I'm going to work on next is to start setting the little platforms, or what are the floors, or whatever they are, whatever I'm going to call them. I'm going to start setting up the first several levels of them as rooms set up for the different objects that you can build things out of. Let me go back up to the ship here real quick. Because... is it this one that has the beds? Yes. No. It must be this. There we go. I can make beds and chairs and doors and I think lights out of pretty much all of the different materials from steel on up. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up for each of these different types. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different sets here. This goes down to steel. And I think this is iron and wood. Yes. So I'm going to set up the first 11 levels out of the different materials there. I should have enough of most of the things, but I'm probably going to have to go get some more of the ceruleum. Well, actually, I'm definitely going to have to get more of it, because that means I also need the violium and I need some more impervium. So I'm going to have to go get some of that. But for right now, I think what I'm going to do is just start setting up the area for the different floors. Let me put this away so I can think better. As instead of having everything lined with dirt and all that, I'm going to make some background stuff. Ooh, this can go in the sorting system down there. So I'm going to go ahead and head back down, take care of that, at least for the first several levels, and then see where I am from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, just came back from the ship, and on a hunch, I discovered that you can make glass out of smelting fine sand. So basically, here's what my general idea is for these different little... I don't really think they're so much showcase rooms as just show-off rooms. Just to demonstrate that I've gotten the steel and the durasteel and titanium and rubium and all that kind of stuff. When I get to the different stages, I will just have a room to mark that I've gotten to them. Obviously, I've already gotten to them in the game. I mean, when I get to the different levels, I will make the different things to show that I have all the parts. And I'll probably actually extend this back a little bit and have a little storage chest with the different tools and armors to go with the different stages. So that might be something neat. But you can see clearly through the glass that the background is still visible even down below ground. And that's what I was talking about earlier down below. But I'm going to turn each of these different levels into a sort of show-off room to demonstrate the different things that I've gotten. And for my own personal house, it's going to be from the empty space down there on up, and I don't know how big I'm gonna get. It might be this Tower of Doom, or it might just be a an amorphous blob going off to the west. I'm not going to probably do anything off to the east immediately, not in this area. Maybe past the farm I will. I did cut off the tilled dirt to match it up with everything else. But basically, this is where I'm going to be setting up the base of operations and bringing all of my loot back to. This is home. Home on the range. But it looks like I have gotten to the wrapping up point, the half-hour mark for this video. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. I'm sure there's still plenty more to do in this game. I just haven't found it yet. But I'm going to definitely I'm going to have to wrap up here. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.